You are not ready to wake. No hounds at my feet, but I hear the breeze chasing through the undergrowth. No steed under her, but the fleet dance of my own strong hooves. No hunting horn at my hip, but bold horns that from my head frame the shade of some mighty oak. How can I see her when she has not yet, not quite yet, caught me? How, when I dare not glance back, dare not take your eyes off the trackless path, for every twig and rock seeks to cast me helplessly down. I perceive her with every sense I had tried to subdue. Every chamber in my head I had ever sought to drown in litanies of comfort is now framed by ice-cold truth. I am coming, and you must run, and you cannot defy your fate, though I will try. How did I arrive here? Why, clad in just a thin gown in the thick forest? You are lost and confused, and yet at least you see now that I ever was so. Whatever came to be called my life was just as dense and wild. You could not tame it, so you tamed yourself to accept the lack of clarity, identity, and purpose. I never had your bearings. I want to know. Need is something layered and elusive, but this desire is vital, firm, the only focus I have. Though until I can catch my breath, following my feet bars me from following your thoughts. And where has that ever gotten you before? Circles upon circles, labyrinths of penitence for some unruled crime. The green I tread is wild and tangled, but you at least feel my direction is straight, even if it might be straight to my end. Does an arrow rest upon the wind as it flies, undisturbed before the target? Why do I begin to feel tranquil, even as my life crests and your feet crash? Now the wilderness seems wilder still, as if you have stumbled into the periphery of your vision. Things blur, glint, drift. Colours unfasten and bloom into palettes that speak of sweet fruits or diabolical poison. Constellations of lambent fungi glitter like winking eyes. I leap over small streams, seemingly shallow, but something tells me they could swallow me whole, pull you deep and deeper. Perhaps this at least will hinder my pursuit, hide my scent and my tracks. Does hope remain? Plunging through bushes, I am gently tugged by leaves. Although never quite catching, you are weighed down by such friction, the effort drains. Above, too, it must be thicker, for it dims, and what light reaches me is so green I could almost hold it. It could almost hold me, or at least it might hide me. You are no longer in the forest. You are dropping. You are under. Now I cannot see my own tread, cannot hear it, and even feeling seems to fade. I know I yet move. I must not slow. You must not trip. Must keep track of your tracks. Perhaps you can count them. 5. You see it, where I need to be, shaped so strange and so familiar. 4. You hear it, rising to greet you, a swell of music missing only your harmony. 3. I smell it, like petrichor and wood smoke and rubies and truth, like home. 2. I taste it, a savour that nourishes, a grain of passion, a kiss of moonlight. 1. I feel it, touch touching skin and fleshy matter and bone and soul joining. I need not search, you need not run. Now we are both arrived. As every graceless river yet becomes the sea, your life unfurls. Stood now in the clearing, stood still yet with your heart roaring, I breathe. Still I do not turn to her, though my hands come to rest upon your heaving shoulders. A carpet of dappled gold is lain upon me, and I know how I see her, for she has always seen me. She knew my true name and how to call it, how to flush my quarry. But though the chase is over, the hunt is not yet complete. Long have you been driven through shades of seasons to this true spring. Something is actually happening to me. Everything is. Now that you have caught your breath, you are in rhythm again. But for the first time, my hands grip you harder, and I know it is time to loose this guise. My vines wrap about you, and your skin breaks, and even though it is right, it is not without bright pain. But I am breaking out, my gown, my skin, my story, all dry and brittle, crumbling away, and your green heart shows itself above the soil that hid it. Rowan-crowned am I now, and harebell and foxglove and columbine my raiment, yet all naked, all unguarded. Everything is lost, and I am falling, flying. The woods before us are raging with life, with my life, and even as my coronation continues, I can see stretching out ahead the promise of everything that shall come. Like facing flowers we have opened to each other, and I need not fear my truth, nor hate my fear again. One final gift. As my hands leave your skin, I feel an iron blade at your back. And now your hunter cuts and cries, and we cry together, and all the pains of this rebirth reach a peak and fall away. The invisible umbilical, the chain that kept me safe, miserable, unbound to myself, is gone. I stumble, caught off balance, and yet truly now able to catch myself, able to pace, to move through my home, to make all ground my feet trace into my realm, my exaltation. It is time to leave this clearing, and now she paces beside me. I spring forth, moving again with speed, but such joy too, not a march, but a dance of life. Pleasure and curiosity let loose into the waiting world. I blaze, and the trees, the flowers, the animals shine back, and mysteries sing in the wind, and everything turns, and my court throws open its gates, and I am ready to wake.